All right, folks, we all know that I love hallucinating just as much as the next guy, but there's this new paper on all the ways to minimize hallucinations, and I wanted to break it down. But first, why do we want to mitigate hallucinations? I thought they were cool. I thought it was fun to go trip out on some LSD over the weekend. You're wrong. Well, actually, not super wrong. When you're using LLMs and you're trying to run a business, especially if you're using sensitive applications, you cannot be having these things go haywire and hallucinating on you. As we also found out in the MLOps community survey, this was top of mind for just about 99% of the people that took that survey. Now that we understand the importance, let's look at the paper. By far, the coolest diagram is right at the start, and right off the bat, we see the taxonomy of every technique that can mitigate all of these hallucinations. Since there are over 32 of them, and I only wanted to make a 2-minute video, I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to go through 3. How did I choose those 3 to talk about? Well, of course, by which ones have the coolest name. First one to talk about is fresh prompt. This one is in the lineage of the before generation RAG, meaning that the info retrieval happens before the LLM generation. The authors of this paper create a dynamic QA question answer benchmark called Fresh QA to evaluate the LLM on current world knowledge. So basically things like, did the Knicks win last night, or is Ye still crazy? The authors also introduce Fresh Prompt, which is a few-shot prompting method plus search engine, and it helps bring down them hallucinations. Next up, we've got Mind Mirror, and this quite possibly may be the best name that I have heard since starting reading these papers. The TLDR of this Mind Mirror technique is making sure when you distill the model and make it smaller, it doesn't increase the likelihood of hallucinating. And the last one that I want to talk about is Fleek, because come on, I don't wear these crazy hats for nothing. It's Fleek. This one is under the developing novel model lineage. It is worth noting that this is not just fine-tuning a base model. This is actually creating models specific to combating hallucinations. What we're doing with Fleek is we're saying it is a model that will go out and try and identify in the text if there are pieces of the text that can be verified. Then through using knowledge graphs, it will go find the answer, or it will create a query and then search the internet. That's all I got for now. Let me know if you want more. There were a lot of honorable mentions when it comes to creating the names, and I can go over more. Just want to see if it's actually useful to people.